let's talk about liberating Virginia. So, the fellas that were trying to liberate Michigan and kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer apparently had more people in their organization, and some of them lived in Delaware, Maryland, and so forth, and they were planning on kidnapping the governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam. Okay? Isn't that interesting? Now, for reference, I live in North Carolina. I live on the border of North Carolina and Virginia. I am literally like 15 minutes away from Virginia by car. So Virginia is kind of relevant to me in that kind of sense. It's like when I lived in Maryland, I technically I could walk to Washington, D.C., so it's relevant what's happening there. I could walk to Virginia, the top part of Virginia. It's relevant what's happening there. I live on the border of North Carolina and Virginia, so it's relevant, I think. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about what fucking happened, right? Grand Rapids, Michigan, AP. Members of an anti-government parliamentary groups implicated in an alleged plot to kidnap, this is from ABC 7WJLA, by the way, to kidnap Michigan's governor over measures to slow the spread of the coronavirus during a fraught election year, also discussed abducting Virginia Governor Ralph Northam during a June meeting, an FBI agent testified Tuesday. During a hearing in Grand Rapids federal court to review the evidence against the 5 Michigan defendants, Magistrate Judge Sally Barons ordered Caleb Franks, Caleb spelled with a K, can't even spell your name correctly, unbelievable, Daniel Harris, and Brandon Ceserta to be held without bond until the trial. She said she would rule at a later date on the bond status of the other 2 Michigan men, Adam Fox and Ty Garbin. A 6th defendant from Delaware, Barry Croft, was ordered Tuesday to be transferred to Michigan to face charges. So let's scroll down. There's some more info there. You can read that if you want. I'll post a link in the description to the clip when I upload that. The FBI alerted key members of Northam's security team throughout the course of its investigation, but neither the governor nor members of his staff were informed as per security protocols for highly classified information, said Northam's spokeswoman, Alina Yarmosky. She said the governor and his family were never believed to be in any imminent danger, and there has never been any enhanced security measures, and there have been enhanced security measures in place for them for quite a while. Quote, here's the reality. President Trump called upon his supporters to liberate Virginia in April, just like liberate Michigan. He called to liberate Michigan. Editorializing there. Yarmosky said in a news release, in fact, the president regularly encourages violence against those who disagree with him. The rhetoric coming out of the White House has serious and potentially deadly consequences. It must stop. President Donald Trump urged supporters to liberate Michigan, Virginia, and Minnesota in a series of tweets in April, encouraging protesters who turned up at state capitals to oppose restrictions aimed at minimizing the spread of the virus. Not everything we do is agreeable to all Virginians, but when language is used such as liberate Virginia, people, they find meaning in those words, and thus these things happen, and that is regrettable, said Governor Northam. Following the arrest last week, the White House said the president has condemned hate. Trump tweeted, I do not tolerate any extreme violence. Again, it's one of those things. If you're constantly telling people to be violent, and then when they be violent, you say, oh, not like that. No. That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. Sorry, it doesn't mean anything. It's like if you're on if you're in a trial and you killed your sister, right? And then the judge or a lawyer asks what went through your head when you were doing that? And then you respond with, I don't know, but all I can tell you is I condemn hate. I condemn murder. Yeah, sure, I just murdered my own family, but I condemn murder. I don't like it. So are you going to let me off? I'm anti-murder. Yeah, sure, I did exactly what you're accusing me of. I don't deny that, but I'm anti-murder. I condemn it. After the fact, after it's already happened, I condemn it. So what do you want from me? What? I did it. I condemned it. So we're on the same page. Let me off. I'll see you for lunch tomorrow. I really just don't get it. The whole idea, the Charlottesville hoax, the very fine people never happened. He never said that. He apologized the next day. Oh, Well, he said to the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by, but then he said never mind 4 days later, so it doesn't count. What? You think these people aren't getting the messages? You think that in this, like, that's the thing. It's like when they condemn these things, the people that got the message to liberate Virginia and liberate Michigan, they know that Donald Trump's reversal is because he's president. He has too much noise on him. He's got the news all over him, too much attention. He can't just be openly white supremacist at all times. Sometimes he's got to pretend not to be. They know that. That doesn't alleviate their mission, okay? When Trump says something, that's where they get activated. When Trump recalls that statement, they don't care. You think they give a shit? No, they don't care at all. That's just the way it is. And it's not shocking, it's not surprising, but it certainly is interesting. And we'll see if any more details come out of this one, because it's a little spooky. Actually, it's a little spooky.